So we're at 379, $380 billion market cap. All I'm thinking about is imagine someone in Litecoin, or excuse me, Bitcoin. You could use Litecoin either in this example too. But Bitcoin, just a few short years ago, who hodled through some of the most brutal sell-offs known to mankind at the time. And then when it settled down, the brutal sell-off, oh my God, it just kind of went sideways, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, went sideways. They had to wait the longest periods of time for that thing to move again, like in a nice way. And I remember seeing it 250, 240, 260, 250. All of a sudden, cliff high comes out. I'm showing it's going to 408 to 428. 3 times, and then it's over. You'll never see those prices again with Bitcoin. I come out, do my video, tell you guys, that's what Cliff says. It's been 250, you know, again, 240, 260 for month after month after month after month, but he says that that's going to happen. Sure enough, it happens. Guys, it happened. Wow. He says the next stop is like 600, then 800, and then when it gets to 8, it's going to do this 888 thing. 888, it's going to bounce around 888. It's just, this number keeps popping up. What happens? 888 over and over and over. Past it, back down to it. Below it, back up to it. 888, 888 constantly. So we have to wait, right? These long periods of time before the party gets started again. And here you and I are, a few months into 2018, after the last party ended, so to speak. And we're waiting, we're waiting. But keep in mind, the market cap was 200. It got down to, was it 243, 230 something, 240-ish billion market cap. I mean, that was, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Crazy, oh my gosh. It just got to 470, right? Now it's back down under 4 at 380. And myself included, we're all looking at, well, the last consensus, remember the meetings of each year, and each year it's, exponentially gotten better. Better prices, better, during consensus, what were the cryptos doing? Well, they were up 80% here, they're up 59% over there last time, but then 2 months afterwards, they're up 500%, the altcoins and stuff. And here it is, guys, it's consensus. Market should be going, whoa, it's not. Oh no, now what? It gets you into the mindset of, oh man, maybe it's not gonna do, maybe it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do. Maybe, maybe they've gotten control, like I keep hearing, the silver, it's like the silver and gold market. They let it run up that one time, and then they took control of the whole thing, for their after, which, they've always had control. And now we got silver at $16 and, gold at 13 something, and it never goes higher. Because they now control all that stuff. Well, if that's the case, how come cryptos, year after year after year, are able to do this? And each year, it gets exponentially higher. So what happens if this year is just like last year, and the party doesn't really get started nicely until like now, middle of the year, and then we start again in June, July, August, September. What White Dove said was June, July, I think her numbers or months were, I can't remember if it started with June or July. July, August, September. Maybe hers was July. I don't remember. But I do remember it was like, for her, she felt like September was going to be really good. Remains to be seen. We got to see what happens. But I haven't changed anything like today, yesterday, the day before. Like I haven't, done anything. I made some moves on those psychic calls. Ontology and Redcoin and Digibyte. I got in. Those things, even just going back a month ago, roughly, beginning of April, 2.5 times over there. I think, was it Digibyte or Redcoin? One of them, I'm trying to think, which one was it? Maybe it was Digibyte. Or maybe an Ontology. I think it was Ontology. I think it was $2. Remember, I'm back in Sarasota, down in Sarasota over here in Florida, doing the, money changers event with those guys. And I'm talking, hey, this little psychic thing here, they're saying Ontology, I said it 2 times. It was $2, went to $10. In the span of approximately a month, a little over a month. From $2 to $10 to today, I think it's $7 and some change. An incredible gain. Even though the market's $380 billion, you know, there are still some little gems we can pull out, right? But having said that, we're still waiting for the big numbers. You know what I mean? We are. Me too. I'm waiting here. I'm like, you know, I didn't do a video last night for this morning to really, you know, I did, what was it, 3 videos yesterday just talking about stuff, whatever. And, again, market's down, I'm going to come out here and talk to you guys. Rather than, you know, sit in a corner and sulk, you know, oh man, the market's down. You know, I'm not feeling real good today. I don't want to listen to any of Steven's songs today. What? I got one on right now. It's on standby. As soon as I get in the car, radio's on. We're jamming. Market's up, I'm jamming. Market's down, I'm still jamming. But let's face it, it feels a whole lot better jamming when the markets are up. I mean, obviously. I just know they're going to go back. And remember the guy I showed you the chart the other day? The little time cycle chart thing I was showing you from, his name's Rob. You know, I shared it with you. And I said, look, it's pretty accurate. You know, look at this little dip here. We got like this little double hump of a dip. And I said, now look at that little red line. That's the forecast. And look at his previous forecast. They're pretty freaking close. And it shows a nice run-up coming as we get really close into June. And what I can't tell from the chart, just because of the spacing and where it says, you know, April, May, June, I'm trying to figure out, okay, is that just slightly past May, middle? Like, you know, the 20th of May? What are we looking at here before it starts to, you know, move up? It looks like it goes into June, though. And it's a very healthy run-up. And I've showed you his charts more than once. And not just the same chart. Like, from 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and then fairly recently. And it is showing that this thing's fixing to go. So, you know, well, what about consensus, Joe? The market should be up, you know? Last year it was, the year before it was, this year's not. I don't know. Does that mean, you know, the nice run-up's not coming? I don't think that matters. Again, the big NASDAQ. Anyone hear that news story recently? Has anyone heard the NASDAQ story recently? They're going to start allowing trading of cryptos. It's coming. The big players. Which means what? Next thing you know, you're going to hear, you know, E-Trade and Charles Schwab and this broker, this one, that one, you know, the known names. Not no names, but the known names. Oh, yeah, I know that one. I feel comfortable playing on that exchange. And when that happens, we were just talking about this on our earlier break, Frank and I and the boys. And, you know, Brian and Richard's back now. He was gone for a couple weeks. But anyways, we were just chatting about that, and we're like, look, those are, you know, quote unquote insured institutions, if you will. So you and I are in here super early dealing with the struggles of I need a private key, I got to move my stuff from here to there, sell it to take my profit, I got to switch it back into Bitcoin or Litecoin, send it back over to here, Coinbase or Gemini, then sell for cash. You know, like, whoa, big Coinbase only has 4 coins to choose from, where there's, you know, thousands over everywhere else, you know, hundreds on different exchanges. But I want to play in that game. Why? Because from April 1st roughly till right now, that one's up. Ontology went up from $2 to $10. 5 times your money. Digibyte was, let me think, 2 cents, ran up to 5 cents. What's that, 2.5 times your money? Redcoin did a nice run too. I mean, several of them did. You can't do that on these major exchanges, like where you can get cash. You know, you're not going to be able to do that on Coinbase and Gemini. Gemini only offers 2 freaking coins still. You know, of course, as we heard, they're fixing to add Litecoin and I think Zcash and one other one over on Gemini. But imagine hearing that, like, one of those exchanges now does all these coins. For example, like, oh, I don't know, Poloniex is getting ready to do. And now you can put your money in over there. You'll be able to attach your bank account, just for example, like Coinbase or Gemini. You attach your bank account. None of this stuff, let me move my coins off that exchange and this one. Well, yeah, but, you know, if you don't own it, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Then what, Joe? You can leave all your coins on that exchange? Well, what do people do now when they're playing stocks and futures to Forex? You got to put your money in an online account. And you're playing with these, you know, derivatives or whatever your flavor of shit is, but, or even you're just playing stocks, you know what I mean, whatever. Yeah, you leave it there, but those are insured, right? These companies are insured. So, not to say that that's fully safe all of a sudden, but again, you're going to have people saying, well, I'm going to go play the game now. You guys were doing this stuff early in all these exchanges that no one knew about, right? Is there a, you know, a Hoiby or whatever, how you pronounce that? Is there a Poloniex? Anyone hear of Poloniex in the stock trading world of the last 10 years or 5 years, anything? No. These are companies that sprang up to just fill that gap. But what happens when the Charles Schwabs and the E-Trades and all that other, when they say, okay, it's official now, regulations in place, that's happening, good, come play cryptos. You're going to go to one of those places, maybe you already have an account there, bank account attached, yep. Oh, I've got, you know, 200 cryptos I can choose from, great, or more, done. You don't have to move, okay, I got to take my profit, let me move it off that exchange and spread it to those. Nope, you can take your profits right there in that one spot, done. So, when that stuff starts happening, again, just imagine the big money that's fixing to come in here. We're zoomed in right now. I'm gonna zoom into the camera by moving my face. We're zoomed in looking at last month, the month before that, this month, right now, this week, today. Man, look at it, it's down. You know, it's down 5-6% here, 8% there, 9, 10, 11. But when we back out to a couple years from now, or even a year from now, and we look backwards to this day as I'm sitting here in my car, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna look like this. And you're not, these little smidgens of a little move are gonna look tiny. You're gonna have to really zoom in to see them. But when you zoom in, wow, that was 18% down, then it came back to 20 a couple days later up, you know, that kind of thing. But zooming out, you're gonna wanna see this line just kind of steadily going up. And that's what it's gonna look like. So again, don't get caught up in the day-to-day, oh, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Don't be scared to take your profit when it's staring you in the face. You can't be scared. But at the same time, even if you're not taking profit, you're a super hodler. I'm not messing with it. I know where these things are going in the future. I'm just going to hang on tight. Then you have nothing to worry about. Just wait it out until you see the number you need to see. And the second you see the number, it doesn't matter what you think it's going to next or what sell off or not. It doesn't matter. Your numbers hit. Plan your trade and trade your plan. Done. Give me my money. You what? I lost. Exactly. So just doing a little quick, well, quick in, as in my terms, 13-minute video here I can see. And just tell you what I'm thinking, feeling today. Not, again, I haven't made any kind of trades. I haven't sold anything in the last several days to move, nothing. I'm just, fine, hurry up with this correction. Be off to the races. And, you know, I got Crypto Dragon yapping. He's yapping in my ear, so to speak, in Skype. Yap, 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 yap. You know, I'm like, well, let's just wait and see until the 19th and 20th-ish, you know, or 19th is the date. He still feels super strong. He's like, I haven't, everything I felt feels the same. I feel like Litecoin is still fixing to run. It's fixing to get hit in a good way. I'm like, oh, well, I said, well, you know, but the whole, you know, 9th to the 19th thing or whatever it was, that's a miss right now, Crypto Dragon. So let's just wait and see what happens here with the rest of this. But again, even that little time chart I showed you, I was talking about earlier, that thing, and he's been sharing this thing with me for months and showing me where he thinks it's going to go. And each time it gets freaking, it's either right there or close, a little bit over, a little bit below, but it's like right there. It's tracking it pretty damn good. And I'm telling you, the next thing down right now, where we are, goes up very, very, very nicely and fairly rapidly from the looks of it. So I think we'll have this consensus thing that's happening and maybe next week. Hey, okay, green. It may happen this week. It could be tomorrow, the next, you know, Friday, Saturday, doesn't matter. So, okay, here we go, starting to go. Wow, going even better. Whoa, okay, Bitcoin's over 10K now. Whoa, you know, next thing you know, we're 14, 15K. So we shall see. I remember Utsava, she told me, she said, hey, I feel like we'll see 15K, right around 15K in this month, May. 15K in May. And of course, we got half the month left. We'll see what happens. I ain't scared. I'm hodling. Wait it out, baby. Take care.